notice the bottom half is done. We got this in. It's good to go. So we're going to go ahead and finish up painting, and we should be done shortly. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to roll this. It's a roller, right? However, they come in a standard 9-inch size, but since we're only doing this little section here, we really don't need to do this. Then you have your roller, the arm that comes with it. You simply roll. So what I recommend you do before you start is ring the roller to get any. I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about. Take your time and ring it to get any loose nap. Any loose nap. You can do this while it's dry or wet. You want to get any loose nap. You see how I'm taking off? You probably can't see it. You see how I'm taking off the little piece fuzz, if you will, that's falling off. Well, this would be in my paint. So what we're going to do, we're going to pour our paint into the pan. You just need a little paint because we're only doing a small area. Take your roller. Roll the excess. Absorb the excess paint. And you might want to sit this on top of a rag of some sort in case any drippers. So what we're going to do, take a little roller. You want to dip it in the paint and roll it with the excess. Dip it in the paint and roll the excess off. You want to roll slow to avoid splatter. You want to roll at a moderate pace to avoid the paint splatter. If you roll quickly, the paint will start to splatter and get on the floor. Notice how after I get done rolling, I turn it sideways to get the excess off. And just, I'm going to even flow. You're probably saying it looks different color from the old paint. Well, when paint dries, it changes colors. So don't worry about that. And what you want to do when you're painting, you want to get it on the wall and get the coverage and do what's called a back roll. So I got it on the wall. But then you probably can't see it, but there's different streaks where the paint is thinner. You want to do a back roll. You want to go back. When you get a wall, enough coverage. Make sure you keep ample amount of paint on your roller. You hear that little suction noise. You hear that. Once you hear that suction noise, and it starts getting loud, it lets you know that you need more paint in your roller. Notice how I'm going one direction, up and down. I'm not going sideways, I'm going straight up and down. Now, I'm doing this by hand because it's just a small area. But normally I have a stick with the 9-inch. I have a stick, and it's called a speed stick. It's called a paint speed stick for a reason. It allows you to paint much quicker because you're able to cover much more area quickly. So I can stand back and I'll be able to go up the entire wall just with that stick. But since it's this, I'm not going to even bother hooking the equipment up. But just wanted to share that with you. See, I roll it, then I rotate it to avoid spillage. Now you do a back roll, go over the whole wall to get an even spread. Now what I'm going to do across the bottom, I'm going to take my roller so I can get closer. I'm going to use a paintbrush to get a little closer. I'm going to take my roller, I'm going to go sideways as close as I could. I recommend if you're a beginner to put tape on the on this molding part, so you won't have to worry about touching it. Always take a step back and look, and preferably with a bright light, spotlight of some sort, and see, because paint, once you're painting, it's hard to see what they call flashing, which is areas with less paint. Well, so you take a step back. I don't care, you can be a professional, if you're doing this for years, it's more likely you'll probably miss an area if you didn't do this. All right, to get finishing, you gotta do what's called cutting, as I explained before. Just simply take the little paint that we have, I'm dipping it in the paint, and then I'm just tapping it on both sides. Then I'm spinning it to prevent drippage. Like I said, what you do, you put your brush against the wall, turn it slightly, just keep straight. You don't want to use a lot of paint when you're cutting. You want to use as less paint as possible when you're cutting. And you want to get down where you can actually see where your bristles, you can actually see where the bristles are on the brush, where they're landing at. So if I was up above it, I can't actually see where it is. If I can get down and see it, it makes it that much better for me. That much easier for me to cut it. So you want to use your brush in your corner as well. You're going to get so close to the edge with the roller. So you take your brush and go along the corners. Just stick the brush in the corners. And then go along the sides to get the excess paint off. All right, the access panel is secure, and with this panel, all you're going to do is just pop it in. It just pops right in place. There you go. And to take it out, you just simply put something inside here and pop it out. All right, we're finished. We got the inspection panel in. We've got the wall closed up and painted. So this concludes this lesson.